Good morning from New Orleans, Louisiana. We are currently putting some stuff back in the car before we go on a morning run. We're gonna have a little bit of breakfast out of the stuff we have in the front, granola, maybe a little bit of a protein bar. And then once we get back, we'll check out. And checkout's not till 11, so it's like 8:30 right now. And we have the parking until 11. So we take advantage of that. We're gonna run, shower in the hotel so we don't have to go to Planet Fitness later. And then hoping to also take some time to explore and walk around as well. For those of you joining us for the first time, while we are in New Orleans now, we're actually around 60% of the way through our 2-month cross-country road trip that started in all the way up in Boston, Massachusetts. We went all the way to the Pacific Ocean in California, up to the Pacific Northwest. And yes, right now we are in New Orleans. So stay tuned. We're gonna explore more of New Orleans over the next few hours, and then we're gonna start heading out towards Florida.
We're now back at the hotel. We had a great run right on the river walk, a great view of the ocean, and some nice breeze. We are going to shower up, check out since checkout is at 11, and then we're going to drive by the Garden District. And as we're heading out of the city, we're also going to stop at a Costco.
So just before we actually leave New Orleans, we're out here checking out the Garden District. We don't know much about it other than there seems to be a lot of old big mansions, and this is the Buckner Mansion. We're just working off of, frankly, all the landmarks you see on the Tesla map. We're just kind of adding them and stopping at them. This one should be Ghost Manor. I believe it's just stories that it's haunted. And this massive complex is the Walter Grinnan Robinson House. It's huge. Charging up at Slidell, Louisiana, which is like right across the bridge from New Orleans, the shopping center. There's a Panera when we pulled in, so on the way out, we'll stop there to fill our water bottles, but we're only gonna be here for like 5 minutes to charge.
Sweet home Alabama.
We passed through Mississippi. We're now in Mobile, Alabama, and at our favorite place, Costco, to get lunch. Lunchtime at Costco. We just bought some grapes, so we took some of those, rinsed them off. Got our bag salad specialty. Oh, we forgot the tuna. Oh well.
Go get the tuna.
And then we got granola we sprinkled on top. Something we've mentioned before in a couple other vlogs is about how because there's so much flexibility, but we also have to be in Atlanta by a certain date, plans are constantly changing. We're constantly researching like where exactly we want to go, and especially like we knew New Orleans was our last big major thing we wanted to do before Atlanta on the 4th. We have this period of time in between, and it's like, oh well, if we had planned a little further advance, maybe we would have detoured back to Austin, you know, maybe we would consider other things, but given where we were at, you know, driving all the way back didn't make sense. And so we were like, well, dipping into the panhandle of Florida could make a lot of sense and could help us knock a few things out, because after Grace's graduation, we have a pretty tight amount of time to make it through a good amount of things in Florida and then make it back home. So what we've just decided is, originally we were gonna go to maybe stop through Pensacola and PCB, but then we were like, we don't know exactly what we're gonna do there, And what we've decided actually is today we'll stop through Pensacola. There's the Gulf National Seashore. Anyway, I looked up like things that our America the Beautiful Pass covers in Florida, and that's one of the things. So we'll check that out right outside of Pensacola. We'll charge up there as well. It's called like Gulf Breeze. And then we want to end up in St. Augustine, which I can't remember. I might have been to when I was really young, but it's a pretty old city, you know, when the Spanish used to own Florida. And so there's some national monuments there. And then along the way, Florida's known for a lot of springs. Growing up, we swam in a lot. We took field trips there. And so I really want Grace to experience that. The waters stay like 68 degrees all year long. They're super clear and blue and greenish. So that makes it sound bad, greenish. But I found a spring, Ponce de Leon Springs State Park, that is on our way over to St. Augustine. So either, I don't know how the timing's gonna work out, but we're gonna stop there and swim there. We originally were gonna want to go tubing at this place we found called Genie Springs, because it's cheaper than the tubing place that Grace found in Georgia, and it looks a lot prettier. But we thought, hey, you know, we might as well just like swim at that point instead of paying for the tube. So that is the plan as of now. This charge stop in Gulf Breeze, Florida, right next to the Gulf Islands National Seashore, which I think we'll probably drive over to check out. But it's been years since I got a free cookie from Publix, and I asked her jokingly, didn't think she was gonna let me, if I was old enough to get a free cookie. So they actually changed the policy, so now any age can get a free cookie.
Since we'll be seeing a lot of beaches and seashores in Florida, since after Atlanta we'll be spending another week there basically, we decided to skip the National Seashore here in Pensacola. We're gonna head straight to Ponce de Leon Springs instead.
We just got to Ponce de Leon Springs State Park. You can see there's people playing volleyball back there, and it feels so nice out. It is probably mid-70s right now. Super nice. It's like 6:30-ish. Sunset's in like an hour, so we should have just enough time to go chill in the springs. I'm super excited to be back in Florida experiencing this. It's starting to bring back a little bit of memories. They'll probably come back to me more when we get to Tampa later in the trip. But anyway, changing the swimsuits right now, and then we're gonna head on over. And here it is. I thought it'd be a little more, we had to walk to it, but parking's right over there. You can see the car over here. Here it is. Look how clear it is.
Fish.
Yeah, there's fish. It's like the main one, I would say, where he jumped in over here. Comes around. You can go in on this side as well. And it's tightly connected under this little bridge. You can go over here. Here there's like a slippery rock step. And I assume there's like a boardwalk where you can do like a walk into the foresty area. But there's indeed like little fish. I don't know if you guys see some fish, tiny turtles. We're leaving now. That was a super fun stop. The water's a little chilly, but once you get in, it's completely fine. And the park closes in like 5 minutes, so we're gonna head out. But great stop. Gonna keep going. There's a Planet Fitness like 50 minutes down the road on our route. So we're gonna stop there to wash up. But it is like spring water, so it is not like salt water. You don't get like really sticky, icky. But yeah, we're gonna go do that. And then figure out how much more we want to drive today.
That was pretty cool. I really enjoy freshwater swimming, like especially in lakes. So this almost felt like a lake, except that the water was clear. Although, my one thing is that I didn't like that we went so late in the day because it was kind of dark and gloomy and it's near the woods, which made it kind of scary for me and I was a little bit scared. But otherwise, it was really fun and I've asked Eric that we should go to another one, and this time during the day.
I just finished showering here at the Planet Fitness in Mariana, Florida. Grace, of course, is still showering. And I like to take advantage of the time usually to edit, which I'm going to do just now in a second. But we may continue driving like maybe like 30 more minutes to the next town over, just to get a little extra driving down, but we haven't decided yet. Regardless, we have to charge, and there's a charger here in Mariana. So we're gonna do that and then figure out how we feel. We still haven't eaten dinner yet, frankly, and it's like 8:20 right now. Before we went swimming, we had a little bit of granola as a snack, and I think that's kind of just holding us over for a little bit, but we do have to eat dinner. And that's it for today's vlogs. We went through 4 states today. We started in New Orleans, then we went to Mississippi, Alabama, and now we're in Florida. And then tomorrow, I think we have several hours of driving to make it all the way over to towards the Atlantic Ocean where St. Augustine is. We're both pretty excited for that. And we should make it over there tomorrow and probably see a couple of national monuments. But that is it for today's vlog. Decent amount of driving, but some fun things as well. The Springs was a great addition that we didn't originally plan. So stay tuned in tomorrow's video, but for now, that does it for tonight's video, and good night.